Rising plate meters, also known as RPMs, are one of the most widely used tools to measure pasture growth. Yes, it gets the job done, and it can help you measure and manage your pasture. Also, it is a simple tool to use, and you can buy one in Australia for as low as $300. However, that doesn't mean it's the best tool for you. It's important for us to talk about the things that RPMs can do well. Hi, I'm Ollie, CEO of pasture-io, and today let me tell you why you should stop using an RPM. Before we start, if you're a livestock farmer and you're interested in earning better profits, make sure you subscribe to this channel and click the alert notification. This way you won't miss out on any of our videos. So, let's dive right in. Stop using an RPM. Reason number 1. RPMs cannot measure growth accurately. The biggest limitation is that it can only measure pasture growth at a particular point. You're expected to use these measurements to make an assumption about pasture growth across the paddock. This is limited and inaccurate. Why? Because it does not take into account key factors such as gradient, soil type, irrigation or rainfall across the entire paddock. But in reality, these factors make a big difference, don't they? Also, RPMs only measure pasture growth in terms of height. It cannot give you any information about the quality of your pasture. You still need to gauge this. And more importantly, you have to write down all your readings manually. This can again lead to errors, just unintended human errors. Stop using an RPM. Reason number 2. RPMs cannot measure pasture growth regularly. The truth is, you need about 4 hours to measure 100 hectares of pasture with an RPM. To make effective grazing decisions, you need to measure your pasture at least once a week. But is this even realistic? Given your busy schedule, priorities, emergencies and constant farm work, you might not be able to do this every week. Don't you agree? Well, let's face it. When was the last time you took off 4 hours every week on a regular basis to do something new on your farm, or take 4 hours out to do something for yourself? So what happened? Sooner or later, measuring your pasture eventually takes a backseat. This means you are losing out on opportunities to make your farm more productive and profitable. Stop using an RPM. Reason number 3. RPMs cannot measure growth in a cost-effective manner. RPMs may be cheap to buy, but you need additional labour and time to make use of it. This is costly, and any errors can be costly as well. As discussed earlier, you need about 4 hours of effort to measure growth for approximately 100 hectares of pasture. Even at minimum wage, the labour costs quickly add up to more than $4,000 per year. Besides this, you'll still have to map the readings onto your farm layout. This will again further cost you additional time and effort. Time is also equal to money, isn't it? Maybe you should also consider how this time and effort can be used in other ways to give you better results and profits. This is often overlooked by many farmers. And most importantly, if your RPM readings severely overestimate available kilograms of dry matter per hectare, wouldn't you then have to pay a lot more in terms of lower milk production or higher last-minute fodder purchase costs? Stop using an RPM. Reason number 4. RPMs don't help you make effective grazing decisions. As a progressive livestock farmer, one of your primary objectives is to ensure that your cattle get enough nutrition throughout the entire year. To achieve this goal through pasture means you improve your cattle health and farm profits. But this boils down to how effectively you make daily and weekly grazing decisions. Ideally, you'd make these decisions based on how much dry matter your paddocks have on a daily or weekly basis. On top of this, you'd ideally want to take into account your local weather data as well as your farm requirements, wouldn't you? So RPMs cannot help you do this. No, nunca, not possible at all. Now, if you own and run a livestock farm, a farm that is larger than 100 hectares, by using RPMs, you might be losing out on opportunities to better manage your pasture. What if there was a better way to manage your pasture effectively? Something to help you take effective grazing decisions frequently based on data and insights from your paddocks, something automatic, something quick and easy to use, and something that is cost effective and can help you get, wait for it, a 40 times return on your investment. Check out what we're building for you at pasture-io. There is a link in the description of this video. If you find this video useful, please consider subscribing to our YouTube channel where we talk about livestock farming and ways to improve your farm's profit through pasture measuring and livestock grazing management. So see you soon in another video. Until then, happy farming.